Hi Bentley. Hey guys, welcome to another dog vlog. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 10 easy tricks in 10 minutes, and make sure you watch through the whole thing because at the end, I'm going to show you some secrets on how you can do these things with any dog. To make it super easy, I'm using my treat pouch by Wildebeest. I love this thing because it has a magnet on top. It can fit my phone in the front flap and fit a lot of treats in the middle. Easy to wash and clips right to my pan. And the treats I'm using today are Ziwi Peaks Tripe and Green Lamb. What I like about these is that they're really small portion. For this first trick, I think you guys are going to be very grateful for it, and it is, boy, can you pray? All the way. Yes, so we call that give grace or pray. It's really a dog's version of kind of kneeling down and praying. And while that looks like a complicated trick, there's really only just a few parts. And this works best for dogs who know how to sit pretty, which he did. And so we would ask him for a sit pretty, and I would reward him with treats, play, or praise when he would rest his paws on my arm. So Ben, can you pray, good boy. And then to get him to put his nose under my arm, I would take a treat and put under here, yes. And I would reward with a marker with Finn. Okay, at ease. Finn again, go lay down. Yes, good boy. At the end of this video, I'm gonna give you 2 more secret hacks on how to do this with your dog if you're still struggling, but Bentley is really excited to show you this next trick, which is gently hold his nose. I'm not grabbing it hard, it's like gently just holding him stable is all I'm doing. I take his treat, I place it on his nose, I tell him to freeze. Oh, see, this is the tough part because it falls off sometimes, which is okay, so I'll put it higher up on his nose. Okay, freeze. Now get it. First, he needed to know the freeze command. And the way that I taught that really simply was I would ask for a freeze. Yes, good job. And I started really slow for short durations and worked my way up. So all I did there was freeze. Yes, and as long as he stayed still, which when we first started was like 1 second, I would reward. Over time, he got it really quick because dogs are super smart. Then I would slowly get him used to having things put on his nose or head. I did not start with treats because dogs will wanna go after it, kind of like that. So I would take something that was not super significant, like a little piece of paper, a note card, a notepad, something that wasn't super exciting. The way that you can get your dog to reach up and try to grab it is after you've worked on this for weeks at a time and you put the treat on their nose, you can give them their release command. For Bentley, it's free, and that tells the dog that they can be free and go try to get the treat. I have a really special tip on how I got Bentley to be motivated to try and get the treat by flinging it up in the air and not letting it touch the ground, which I'll tell you at the end, but I've got an impatient dude here. I'm trying to keep this moving so that he stays motivated to stay on that bed. I'm working both dogs here. Can you twirl? Yes, and now spin. Yes, good boy. Getting dizzy there. If you notice, what I did is spin meant go one way and twirl meant go the other way. Guys, this is so simple. You could even do this with a puppy. You just take a treat or their favorite toy, or you could use your hand and you can just lure them in a circular motion. Okay, what do you guys say that I give Finn a turn to participate because he's being such a good boy? Can you hug? Yes, good boy, Finn. The way that I did that was Finn loved jumping up as a puppy. One thing I love doing is taking a behavior that a dog does naturally and teaching them to do it on command. Because once you teach them to do it on command, they learn, oh, I should only do that behavior when I'm asked for it because I'm rewarded for it. Now for this next command, it's actually my favorite thing I've ever taught my dogs because it's life-saving, it's really easy, and both of my dogs love it because there's instant gratification. It is called Finnegan Touch. Yes, touch. Yes, touch. Yes. And the easiest way to teach this is you hold your hand out like this. Yes, good job. And you wait for them to put their nose to it. Now your dog, if you've never done this before, will take them a while, and that's okay. Do not move your hand and do not encourage them to go to it. Just hold it calmly. Yes, and as soon as that nose is touching that hand, not after, but as soon as that contact is coming there, you reward with your marker command. If your dog is far off in the field or they get off leash and you need them to come back to you and your recall is not super strong, the touch command is a surefire way to get them to come back to you or to lure them away from something that might be dangerous. For the next trick, let me get my Labrador Bentley back in this. Bentley, speak. Yes, good boy, Ben. And the way that I taught this to Ben was I had to mark his bark. And the way that I did this was I had to be ready. And when he barked at something on his own, I put a command next to it. Once you teach them that consistently, you can teach them quiet. So when he's quiet after barking, you can give the command quiet. And he'll look at you and you wait a few seconds and then you go, yes, good job. And what you're teaching is how to speak on command and how to be quiet on command. So if your dog is barking at somebody and you say quiet, this will actually mean something. Now for the next trick. High five. Yes. So what I would do is I'd have a treat in one hand or a toy, and I held my hand low. Yes, good job. And then I'd give a treat. Then I'd have my hand a little bit higher. Yes, good boy. And then a little bit higher. Yes, good boy. Another trick that a lot of people don't practice but can actually be useful is teaching your dog to go to an stand from a down. So the way that I taught this was I held my hand up. Yes, he did that fast because we've obviously worked on it. And I waited for him to stand up. Many dogs, this will take a while. They'll look at your hand like, what the heck, mom? And that's okay, just wait. Stand, yes, good boy. That's a good boy. Okay, now for this next one, let's use Finn because I think he's getting a little, look at him. I think he's getting a little tired of waiting, but you're doing so good, buddy. You're doing so good. If you are enjoying this so far, click that subscribe button. Help us on our mission to save all the damn dogs. Next one, I love because I can do multiple things with it. So Finn, can you down? Okay, now sit. Yes, down, sit. Yes, good job. This is what we call puppy push-ups, where they go from a sit to a down and a down to a sit. It's an excellent way to tire your dog out super fast while indoors, and it's just a fun party trick because most people, I'm gonna be honest because I was one of them, most people have a hard time getting their dog to go from a down to a sit, mostly because it's not something we practice. Finnegan, can you down? Yes, good boy. And I'm not gonna use any hands, and I'm just gonna ask for a sit. Yes, good boy. And the easy way you can teach this is when your dog is in a down, Finn down, you can start by lure them up. You don't even have to use a treat. A lot of times they'll just follow your hand. Go ahead. Good boy. And you get them to come up. Yes. And you just practice that motion over and over. Put a command to it, which is SIT obviously. And over time they will get it. Okay, Ben, down. Good boy. Chill. Yes, good boy. Okay. Good boy. And ooh, that's a little preview into our bonus trick. But what you can do is you take, it's almost like teaching rollover, which if you want my rollover tip video, click the video up here. You take it and then you bring it over to the side. Yes. There you go. And you wait till they lay on their side and you reward when their head is on the ground. Finnegan, sir, place. You put half his body on there. Go all the way. Go on. Right here. Okay. Let's do a real life moment. Right here. Yes, good job. You can stay over there. Right, now I want to do the bonus trick that Ben kind of already leaked and gave away what that was. And then after that, I'm going to give you 2 special secrets on teaching your dog the pray command and the freeze command where they throw the treat in the air and then grab it. But first, let's do this bonus trick. Yes, good job, Ben. Because this is not the most natural command or really a natural command at all for dogs, I do recommend trying with treats. Again, I don't rely only on treats as a reward. So all I did was put the treat on the ground all the way, lure them forward. You saw it took me a second. And then I reward them with the treat in the beginning after they move forward one time in a crawl. Let's go back to the beginning. We're talking about how to teach your dog to pray. Pray. Yes, can you guys see that? When you're holding your arm out, you can get them to jump up by putting your treat up and then putting your arm out for them to catch. So try it again. Up. There. Oh, there we go. And you kind of gotta be coordinated. Yes, good job. Can you sit? Good job. Pray. Yes, good job. I promised you at the beginning of the video I was gonna give you a secret tip on how to get your dog to be motivated to throw the treat in the air when you put it on their nose and to actually grab it before it hits the ground. You can grab the treat before they're able to every time it falls on the ground. That way they learn, okay, if I don't catch it before it hits the ground, then I'm not gonna get it. And I'm not saying do this to be mean to them, but it's just a way to get them to want to throw it in the air and to want to try to get it quickly. And I am running a contest right now for a free smart camera for your dog. All the details for that will be linked in the description. And if you want to connect with me with any questions or you want to upload some pictures of your dogs and tag me doing some awesome tricks, please do that on Instagram and or Facebook at RachelFusaro. Hi, buddy. And if you want want to see the type of food that I feed my dogs and what I think is the best kind of dog food in the world, click the video right here. And I hope you have a beautiful